State your name.
Oh, I'm
your
sorry.
address,
Steve Hunt,
No drill.
1015 South Jennings, apartment 1312. It's on the third floor.
Okay.
It's in that old high school building. It's really cool over there. I think it's one thing that's going to help the Hemphill area, at least be pretty cool. So, just a little update on the Cuba thing. I met with Mary Weaver over at the Chamber of Commerce, and she's very excited about the possibilities of Fort Worth becoming a kind of a second Miami in terms of trading with Cuba. Just a couple days ago, Miami traded 500 heads of cattle to Miami, and ADM sold $10 million worth of soy, rice, and cooking oil to Cuba. Just a little fun fact. Those are some numbers that can actually come to Fort Worth if we, get busy on it. And what I wanted to talk to y'all about tonight is a little something that's of real concern to America in general. I like to think that, if we start here in the city, it can grow. A lot of people seem to think there's this abstract entity, America, that acts in and of itself. Rather, it's us who make things happen. And right now, there's a lot of people who are complaining about the deregulation of media. And I don't know, does everybody here know who Michael Powell is? Anybody? Anybody not know? Raise your hand if you don't know. I'm going to point to someone and ask, do you know, if you're not raising your hand? Okay, some of you don't. He's Colin Powell's son, and he's the head of the FCC. 3 days after he was appointed, Colin came on. It's whatever you want to make of that. But since he has come on, a lot of things have changed, one of which is Clear Channel Communication has bought up about 70% of the billboards in Fort Worth. That doesn't seem like a very big deal to a lot of y'all, understand. Show the next one if you would, number 2. We'll save this Gary one for last. That first one was actually downtown. That's, I believe, the highest priced billboard in the city. And the reason they have what they have on it is it's their own station. It's a Clear Channel Communication radio station, 106.1. Your kids might listen to it, and that might be the reason they dress the way they do, Ask you when they go out, are my underwear showing? Good, because that's what Brittany does. Well, this one is, I believe, in another part of Fort Worth. I don't recall. They're all over the place. But the reason they are in the prime spots is what they do is they take Clear Channel billboard, they take the money from Clear Channel radio. Clear Channel pays this money to this hand, and it's a big, huge tax write-off for them. So they're paying themselves essentially, but they're getting a huge break on it. Now, what this is doing is it's essentially making their monopoly larger and larger as, I think a few years ago they owned 30% of the radio stations in America. Now they own approximately 55 and 60. It gets to be more and more every month, more or less. Michael Powell wants to deregulate media 100% so that a corporation can come and buy all the radio stations if they like. And show the third picture. This is something that may not bother the people here as much as, the kind of fundamentalist people in Dallas or wherever. This is actually on the billboard there, the Clear Channel Communication billboard. And what I would like to propose is a possibility of looking into an ordinance that would disallow a corporation from advertising on their own billboard. That way we can keep, kind of slow Clear Channel down a little bit, and I'll discuss the rationales behind this at some other point, since I only have 3 minutes, and some of y'all look kind of bored, or in Jim's case, kind of concerned that I might, start chanting out some crazy voodoo or something.
We appreciate the presentation.